Hello everyone and welcome to the Hyundai Cape York Adventures. Now this is my baby. She's obviously a two-wheel drive, but this last 2 weeks or so I've been up in South Cape York Peninsula hanging around. I've been to Laura obviously for the dance festival which you guys saw, and then I was hanging around Cooktown for a while. I've been out to Ellen Beach, Cape Bedford, all of that, an absolutely beautiful area. But the thing is, I've been dying to get up to Weipa. I want to go check out that part of the world and even potentially get up to the top end if I can hitchhike my way up there or find myself a ride, because I don't know this baby is going to get there. But you know what, over the last couple of weeks I have been speaking to probably like 100 different people, because everyone's up here at the moment and said, hey, I've got a two-wheel drive, I'm traveling on my own, what's the go with Cape York? Can I get up there? Can I get to Weipa? Can I get to Coen even? What's the go? And honestly, I have had so many mixed reviews. I've never been so split on something in my life. But basically I decided, hey, if everyone else can do it, so can I. So you know what, that's where we're gonna head today. I've decided I'm gonna start making my way up. I'm at Lakeland at the moment, and we're gonna see if we can get to Weipa. I'm gonna bash the baby up there or hopefully not do too much damage. Essentially everyone said, look, it's not gonna be too bad. It's all dirt road, it's pretty corrugated, but you might be able to make it. And we're up for a bit of an adventure, so we're gonna see how we go, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Now, if you guys have been following my YouTube series, you'll know I've been traveling on my own, but I haven't got much time to actually show you what I'm traveling in. So this is my ride. She's a little Hyundai i30. I think it's a 2008 model, a little bit dirty at the moment, but I wanted to show you my setup before we go head up there. So essentially, as you can see, I do have the little solar panel set up on the roof, and that means I do have a little bit of power. So if we open up the back, this is my setup. She's a little bit of a mess, but this is my bed, which folds right down. Obviously with the solar I can run my fridge. Underneath I have storage, got kitchen box, charging cords, all sorts of different gear. Then on top of that I have my electric setup down here, so I can charge different bits and pieces and still have my two front seats free as well. So basically just gives me a little bit more space. So this like all the bed folds down here anyway when I'm camping, so it's a little bit of a stealth camper. But what I've done now is essentially packed everything I can think of that rattles in towels. So I've got my cooker in here. She shakes around a little bit being in this timber box, but I've just wrapped everything I can think of as much as I can, packed it in towels, because I'm sort of preparing for those corrugations. I'm thinking these lids are gonna bounce a bit, gonna have a bit of noise from that. But essentially, I don't know, I'm just gonna go as far as I can and see how we go. Okay guys, let's do it. Alright, so this is my first turn off to Laura. That's obviously where I was the other day for the dance festival. And obviously my little namesake town, which is very, very cool. And it's probably like the last spot I found with reception when I went this way. I went as far as Laura last time, obviously because of the festival. The festival was just this side of Laura, but I did drive through, and I did drive the start of the Battle Camp Road just to sort of check out what it was like. It was pretty corrugated, but we did okay. This section obviously through to Laura is all bitumen, so it's going to be super, super simple to follow through. I've got 62 kilometers to Laura. We're in a 100 zone, so this is going to be the fastest part of my trip, I would say. But let's do it, guys. Let's get this part on the road, because I'd say it's going to take me a while to get through those corrugations and the dirt road sections if I want to head up towards Coen or that bit further. I'm not really sure where I'm going to stay tonight. Just going to see, I guess, where I can get and how far I get today and go from there. So I've just reset the trip meter, obviously, like not quite from the start, only a couple of had to. But I'll pull in here if you dirty four-wheel drives coming from a bit higher. Alrighty, so this is the Laura Roadhouse. You've got basically just like one fuel pump servo sort of thing, and then you keep driving through town, and that is literally it. So I'm gonna keep driving through. There's a few more cars just pulled up now, but basically that's it. So yeah, tiny little town, not much going on, but essentially this is where the bitumen stops from what I've heard. I've driven through to here before, but yeah, this is the last of the good road on the PDR apparently. So alrighty, let's go check out some of these corrugations. Alrighty, so that was about my first 60 kilometers, but now I have about, probably say another 250 of dirt road, mostly to get to Coen. So that'll be interesting. Head on out of Laura. So I'm about 60 kilometers out of Laura, so a fair bloody bit of bitumen, and I think I'm just about to hit my first actual dirt patch, aside from that little bit of roadworks, but that doesn't really count. So I'm going to see how corrugated it is and see how we go. Definitely an awful lot more bitumen than I was expecting anyway. There we go, there's the start of our dirt. That's just a total whiteout when someone goes past. You can see why you need the headlights on. It's going to be an interesting couple of days. So essentially, coming up here, the main recommendation I got from everyone, aside from like obviously using headlights, because you can't see anything when you're driving, otherwise in that dust cloud, is to let down your tyre pressure. And I didn't do this. Now after a bit of consolidation from my dad, because you know that's like the best point of advice, thank you Dad if you're watching this, I basically decided, and I'm just a little bit split on this one, but I decided to run my tyres at 32 psi, which is what they're usually at, and that's because even though everyone gave me like the opposite advice, a lot of these guys, or literally everyone who gave me advice, was driving a big four-wheel drive, and most of you guys have big muddies on, which are just going to handle pretty different to my tiny tyres on the road. And on top of that, I have literally no like ground clearance as it is. The more I let my tyres down, the worse it is going to be for me, because I'm not going through anything sloppy. It's just these corrugations, but I don't know, it seems to be handling alright at the moment. It's just going to take it pretty slow through here. Okay guys, stop number 2, I made it to the Han River Roadhouse. So obviously we went through that little dirt patch there, but nothing too bad with those corrugations, so I'm going to stop and stretch my legs here. Obviously I haven't gone too far, but hey, you might as well see the couple things along the road, seeing as there's a whole lot of dirt in between. So I'm going to go check this one out. There we go, Han River Roadhouse. Definitely a few four-wheel drives about, but not a bad little spot to stop off. Look at that, we're paying, what is it, diesel, $1.72 a litre here. I think I just paid $1.55 in Lakeland. Yeah. Okay, back on the road. I can actually camp at the Han River Roadhouse tonight. I think it's only about like $10 to camp, but I want to keep heading through to Coen because otherwise it's going to take me like a week to get there. So I'm going to keep heading that way and see how I go again with the road. Alright, so I'm just down from the Han River Roadhouse, travelling on the bitumen. Alrighty, so next little stop is Musgrave. Again, it's literally just a servo. There's a general store here. We've got a little bit of dirt on the car, but nothing too bad at all yet. So just a cute little stop in on the way. I'm going to keep heading through, as I said, to Coen. There we go. So done about, where was I this morning? So only about 200 k's up to here at the moment. Alrighty guys, I did make it to Coen. This is the heritage house just behind me, and over the side the whole main street of Coen where it's really happening. But I'm gonna call it a night here. I'm camping at the Exchange Hotel. I think I did about 300 or so k's today, so I headed basically from Cooktown or from Lions Den this morning up to here, and it really wasn't as bad as I expected. It got pretty tedious towards the end of that last 100 k's. I was like, man, this dirt track is going forever. But hey, we got here and it really wasn't too bad. I just sort of got sick of filming a lot of the dirt stuff, and my GoPro basically died. So yeah, so you saw a lot of it, but I am going to try and head through tomorrow, keep going a weeper. But I'm pretty happy I got to Coen now. I don't feel like I need to drive any further tonight, and we'll see what the road is like past that point. So I'm just going to go to my camp now, hang out in Coen for tonight, and chill out here for a little while. So this is the Coen Heritage House, big old building from the mining days. There's a bit of equipment back there, little thing over here, but otherwise this is the main street essentially. So you've got the pub where I basically just checked in and you pay for camping. It's costing me 15 bucks a night to camp here, so not too bad at all. That is the pub just down here on the main street, and this is where I'm camping just out the back as well. So this is the campground then. Obviously a whole bunch of four-wheel drive. It's actually pretty filled up. I had to park right down that other side, but no other two-wheel drives here. There are a few motorbikes, but it doesn't look like anyone else is braving it, so we'll see tomorrow what we can find.